who have found time come and join us here for this brief get-together. The reason why I decided to have this brief get-together today is not because of any celebration, or it's not because of the desire to have any celebration. But I felt I've looked at our history, I've looked at where we all come from, I've looked at the dynamics within our country. This is our base. Even within the governance, I'm sure yesterday, Mr. Haji, when Dr. Ali and Honorable Arupura, when you ably fought an attempt actually to reduce our budgetary allocation, you have something called the Frontier Council, the governance, you must have had. This is not because of my making, but it's because of the making of our history, our traditions, and all the things that we share. Having said that, I want to take this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President. As somebody has rightly put, I think it was Honorable Razo, the President, being the CEO of the Republic of Kenya, has access to so many things that we do not know. In his own wisdom, he has assigned me this job. But I'll tell you something about this particular job. If you look at the history, and I'm sure Mr. Haji right now, because he's in the middle of reframing our current governance structure, the Constitution. In any presidential system, if you go, for those of you who have gone to Congress, there is an entire wing for the majority secretariat or the minority secretariat headed by parliamentary group secretary. Since we elected, and the current constitution actually is largely borrowed from the US, in 2013, immediately after the elections, we decided, I think Dr. Ali will also remember, a paper was brought to operationalize this office. But again, for reasons that I do not want to speculate here, it didn't happen. I want to assure you just one thing, that this office will be one of the most sought after office after the next general election, if God says. Because I understand what it involves, I understand what we are supposed to do. Once upon a time when we were appointed, Dr. Ali is also here to the Parliamentary Service Commission, like everybody was saying, what are they going to do? They are inheriting an infrastructure that was an extension of the executive. The Member of Parliament didn't have an office, the Member of Parliament didn't have anything at all, even the security, everything was a privilege. But today, if you reflect, the institution of Parliament is not only one of the three arms of government, but right now we are debating, is it the first arm, is it the second arm, or is it the third arm? I want to assure you, we'll operationalize the office. You may not see its effect in the short term, but inshallah, for those who will be there and will be in an elective position in the next parliament, I have in my mind what this office is expected actually to achieve. Thirdly, having been given this to coordinate, I know it's a very difficult task, managing politicians, networking with politicians, lobbying within politicians, especially at a time when we are expecting, you know, the entire nation now is pregnant with a BPI baby. And the BPI baby is going to be a political baby. And therefore, certainly there will be a lot of expectations from all of us as individuals, from all of us as counties, and everybody else. So I do know also that because we are all politicians, one time, and I thought Mr. Haji will say this, when I was elected as the chairman of Defense and Foreign Relations, and 2 weeks later Mr. Haji was appointed by His Excellency President Kibaki as the Minister for Defense, the first thing that came to my mind was, this was a very difficult institution. And you know, military institution is not an ordinary institution. It's a very difficult, very unique, very special institution. They have suddenly brought together from the executive a renowned product from the pastoralist community. From Parliament, a member to be the chair. The first thing that I say is, this institution of the Defense Forces must benefit from our convergence. And I can tell you, truly, everything that I did, even though it was on the side of the executive, was done with the consultation and the military benefit. That is the period when they had actually the fastest growth in terms of modernization, in terms of expansion, and proudly, and even excursion actually to the regions, because before then, our armed forces were more of internal, other than the UN assignments. So proudly, for those who will be writing the history of this country, during our time, We did the nation proud. We did ourselves proud. We did the region proud simply because we left that institution better than we found it. And I know every time I was saying, how will the media see us? And we managed. Our members were very happy because they didn't see my complaisance as a chair. They didn't also see the involvement of Mzee Haji in our committee activities, and ultimately we had to strike a balance, and that balance is what enabled us actually to manage that key institution. I want to conclude by saying this. We are in a political environment. This political environment actually requires our creative thinking. It requires our time. Because certainly there's a reason why each one of us is here. Maybe some of us were anointed, maybe others were elected, maybe others were selected, because in every region, before even you went to the ballot, there must have been some sort of, caucuses. Clan caucus, regional caucus. There must have been some sort of, because we all know the way we normally a candidate is picked. That is as a result of an informed reason by the particular communities. So I want to assure you, my appointment to this position, to this new position, I will use every opportunity available to bring you people, to bring all of us together, because I think that's what can benefit all of us. And secondly, because we are in a political environment, the appointed authority has also an expectation. I want to also believe with you. Because right now we understand, Faria was given a job, Mzee Haji was elected in absentia, Dr. Ali was elected in today, Senator Harugura was elected. Senator Harugura, it's good to say this. Senator Harugura was also elected. I know quite a number of the guys will get these positions. It's not because we are the best. It's because somebody somewhere feels, first and foremost, this region deserves this. Secondly, so and so maybe fits this. And the political environment right now is a bit catchy because we have again a convergence point of the groups that Hilato actually used to read from different scripts. I want to urge you, whatever we do, let's exercise restraint, let's apply a lot of reason so that our community benefits. If you look at even the East African community, the East African legislature, my friend Noor here, Fatuma here, and many other people. This needed to night and because not because of our numbers, numerical strength, but because of our strategic thinking. So I want to conclude by saying, please, the politics right now, let's put it on a scale, whatever political decision that we are going to make, and make a decision that will benefit our region, make a decision that will benefit our counties, make a decision that will benefit the people of Kenya, and a decision that will benefit this Premier Republic called Kenya. And that's what ultimately will make all of us proud. So thank you so much. This is the beginning. I'm sure we'll interact with everybody. We're asking for your support in your capacity as an individual member, in your capacity as a member of this caucus, and ultimately, once we do that, I can assure you, even those don't do analysis, those who are not sure of what will happen, ultimately will come and appreciate and say, this is where we are supposed to be. Na kwa Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta tunaambia, this group here, led by Mzee Haji, we are here for Kenya, we are here for you, we are here for the party, we are here for the grouping. We'll work with you, we'll support your government, both in and outside the house. And I can tell you, with this group here, some of the best brains from the pastoralist community, you have no reason to doubt that your government agenda will pass before the houses and also in our respective counties. Asanteni sana.